The film's opening scene introduces us to John Kramer, also known as Jigsaw, who is battling cancer. After attending a support group, his doctor delivers grim news. He has roughly a year left to live and should retire from his work. Intriguingly, John observes a custodian rummaging through an elderly patient's belongings. This encounter sparks his imagination, leading to a trap scenario involving vacuums and a device connected to the custodian's fingers. The custodian must avoid losing his eyes while preserving his fingers, a challenging and gruesome task. However, the custodian's escape is not what it seems. He leaves the patient's belongings untouched when he notices John's watchful eyes. John's journey takes a turn when he locates a fellow support group member named Henry Kessler. Despite Henry's earlier claim of having stage 4 pancreatic cancer, he reveals a surgical scar and claims to have been miraculously cured through an experimental procedure. Henry shares the name of the doctor responsible, Finn Pedersen. John contacts Pedersen's daughter, Cecilia, who directs him to a clinic in Mexico. John embarks on a journey to Mexico and meets a cab driver named Diego. A van intercepts the cab, and armed men compel John to disembark. Identifying himself, he is escorted to the clinic, a seemingly grand mansion. There, he encounters Gabriella, a young woman who testifies to being cured by Cecilia's treatment. John proceeds to meet Cecilia, who guides him through the operation process, introducing her assistants, Mateo and Valentina. The night prior to the operation, John's act of kindness towards a neighbor boy, Carlos, reveals his compassionate side. However, as he awakens from the procedure, he discovers the clinic abandoned and realizes he's been scammed, robbed, and never even operated on. Frustrated and determined, John begins to plan his revenge. John tracks down Diego, who posed as the surgeon, and subjects him to a harrowing trap involving disarming pipe bombs wired into his arms. Diego succeeds in removing the bombs, but not without extreme pain. John gathers the necessary information and moves on to the other members of the scam. Valentina, who moonlights as a prostitute, faces a deadly challenge involving a wire saw and Jigsaw. Mateo, the group's drug dealer, endures a gruesome test, cutting brain matter to retrieve a key. Tragically, both fail their tasks. Next, Gabriella, a recovering drug addict, is tasked with breaking her own limbs to avoid being burned alive by a radiation machine. She completes her trial but sustains burns. John and Amanda confront the con artists, revealing their deceptions and scams against terminal patients. Cecilia's attempts to justify her actions fail, leading to John initiating his deadly games. In the midst of the chaos, a surprise twist occurs where Parker Sears, previously scammed by John, returns demanding his money back. Amanda knocks him out, and John offers to help him recover his funds, provided he plays by their rules. As John's next victim, Gabriella is saved by Amanda, who sympathizes with her struggles. However, Parker ultimately betrays John and Amanda, chaining them up. Tragedy unfolds as they are unable to prevent Gabriella's death. With their fate in the balance, Cecilia, Parker, and John are left in a deadly confrontation. A seesaw trap ensnares John and a young boy named Carlos, while Cecilia and Parker attempt to escape with their money. In a shocking turn of events, the game's outcome is not as it seems. During the credits, John tracks down Henry, revealing his involvement in the scam and initiating a sinister trap. Henry's terrified screams resonate in the shadows, foreshadowing another chapter of Jigsaw's twisted justice.